Yo, good morning. Freedom March, freedom family, freedom lovers, and freedom fighters. It's your boy Tyrus Bain, aka The Definition. Welcome to Freedom's March, where every day we march one step closer to freedom, y'all. And we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some being uncomfortable. It's gonna take some perseverance. And once we get there, we gotta work even harder to maintain it, because they're always gonna come for you. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this Diddy situation. If you guys haven't heard, Diddy was arrested last night in New York by some federal agents. And, it was due to a grand jury indictment. So it's a federal grand jury indictment. And we've been knowing, at least we have, right? Us lowly proletariat folks down here in the dregs. We have been knowing about these problems with Diddy, in terms of the law anyway. We've been knowing that Diddy had problem with the law for almost a year, right? Almost a year. But we've known for years that Diddy was on some weird shit. But it just so happens that a few months ago, Diddy's house got raided. Well, two of his homes got raided. And they never arrested Diddy, right? So Diddy was flying around and doing this, that, and the third. They ran up in this dude's house without Diddy around. His sons were there, right? He had his children there. And there were no arrests made, right? And for the longest time, there was speculation that these federal agents were in Diddy's house to get basically evidence that a dead man switch would trigger if something were to happen to Diddy, right? So, of course, it's kind of like the Jeffrey Epstein situation where he has all this dirt on a lot of elite motherfuckers, right? And we know that a lot of individuals in the elite class participate in Aleister Crowley type freakazoid bullshit, right? We know that a lot of members of the elite class do some weird shit. They put the juice from baby foreskin on their face. They take adrenochrome. They do this, they do that. And how many times have we had celebrities and whatnot telling us that they have sold their soul to the devil? They sold their soul in order to get where they're at, right? It doesn't matter how talented they are, right? These people have a lot of talent. There's a reason they are celebrities. There's a reason they are as successful as they are. But the levels of success they reach, a lot of them have admitted, we have done some shit. Like we sold our soul. And you hear stories about would-be celebrities going to these parties and having to go through a gatekeeper like Tyson Beckford or some shit like that. Like, you got to get boned by Tyson. Now, this was an actual story from a rapper who wanted to get put on, and he went to a party, and basically he was approached and told that he had to get ran through by a dude, and he was like, nah, fuck that, I'm out of here. Now, are they all like that? Well, there are stories about Denzel Washington telling people that he shows up to a party, sticks around for about 30 minutes, and gets his ass out of there, right? He doesn't participate in that nonsense, at least anymore, right? We've heard these stories. We've heard it said, and it is what it is, right? We know, we know these people are on some crazy shit. So that's what we're looking at when we have these P. Diddy situation going on. Now, we have no idea, at least the news media is telling us, they don't know what these charges are for. They don't know why he was arrested. right? It could be any number of things because, again, these people participate in a lot of shit. Drug use, trafficking, all this type of shit. All this Jeffrey Epstein type shit that they do, these people know about it. Look, there's a reason why in many jurisdictions, right, in many states and in many counties or cities or whatever, harming a child sexually, right, child sexual abuse is not as harshly punished as it should be. There was a time where there was this guy. He was a college student. I forgot his name, but this was a big story. He had way with a 16-year-old girl, or was it a 6-year-old, by a trash can. Got caught, got found guilty, was convicted, and got 6 months probation because the judge didn't want to ruin his life. All right. They don't they don't protect children as they should, right? Children are the least protected class. But again, we don't know why Diddy got arrested. We don't know what the charges are. I don't know why. You know, we know everything else about it. We know there was a grand jury. We know there was an indictment. And we know that he got taken in handcuffs. We know that the dude is going to face, he's going to face a lot of time, y'all. Probably. I don't know. Because, again, I don't know what he got arrested for. It could be a RICO charge. It could be any number of things. Because we know, well, we don't know. But we've heard stories about P. Diddy, right? and I'm not just talking about the freaky sexual shit. I'm talking about, like, if you cross him, you can end up in a box. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could, he's really about that life. You know what I'm saying? He's really about that life from what I understand and from what a lot of people have talked about. So P. Diddy ain't nothing to fuck with. So as you guys know, YSL, whatever the hell, the young thug crew in Georgia, they are under federal indictments. They are under federal charges. They are on trial right now. They are being hemmed up by the feds, or not even the feds. They're not even being hemmed up by the feds. They're being hemmed up by the county. I forgot what county that is in Atlanta. But let me tell y'all, if the feds arrested P. Diddy and they got an indictment, P. Diddy is probably going to go away for a long time. Because where am I? I'm on the road. I'm on the road to work. It's dark right now, so you guys can't see me, obviously. But if the feds snatch you up, you are likely going to go to jail or to prison for a very long time, because it takes quite a bit for the feds to build their case, right? They don't wait for you to commit a crime, right? They don't find out, oh, you robbed somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or you did this, or you did that. You did this thing, you did that thing. So we're going to arrest you for that one thing. No. What they do is they build a case, right? So they'll get witnesses, they'll do wiretaps, they'll tell you, they'll look into your bank accounts, they'll do forensic, financial forensic shit, right? They are gathering a lot of evidence, and they could probably get a year's worth of evidence on you and arrest you right then and there and put you away for a long time. But they'll take 3-4 years. They'll let the shit pile up. They'll let you continue to commit all these crimes. And the guys that they have snitching on you, they allow them to commit crimes with you. They're just not allowed to commit violent crime, right? They're not allowed to commit any violence themselves. but they can damn sure catch you up and committing some violence, right? They can videotape you, they can wiretap you, they could be wearing a wire. There are a number of things that these feds do to build a case, not just one thing, right? So let's say LAPD is trying to build a case on you. Well, they're not going to spend years, right? They're not going to spend years necessarily to try to build a case. They don't have the resources like the federal government does. No, they'll take a few weeks, a few months, you know what I'm saying? And once they have enough to charge you with something that they think you're doing, they'll take you right then and there. But what the feds are doing, they are going to have you caught up in a number of crimes that would add up to a RICO charge, right? RICO charge involves a lot of shit. So it's basically a charge against you for organized crime. So whether it be racketeering, intimidation. So racketeering, intimidation, corruption, and I forgot what the O stands for. But it's all those things rolled into one. If you're doing any of that, you are going to get caught up in a RICO charge. And if you are involved in committing these crimes across state lines, well, that's when the feds really get involved. They really get involved then. So now you are crossing state lines, committing these crimes, or you're having people do it. So that's how they see the RICO predicate came about, because a lot of the organized crime leaders, right? A lot of the organized crime leaders weren't actually doing the crime themselves. They weren't actually, so like if they wanted somebody killed, well, they wouldn't do the killing themselves. They would give an order for somebody to be killed, or they will bless the killing, or whatever you want to say, however you want to say it, right? Sanction it. Well, it's hard to build a case against somebody when they're not actually getting their hands dirty. They're not doing anything. They're just saying this. They're saying that. They're telling somebody to kill somebody, and the guy that gets caught killing somebody, they might say, "Oh, well, he told me to do it." Well, I can't. There's nothing I can do about that. Where's the proof? You don't have any proof, right? So yeah, no, I was given the order. I was given the order to kill this guy or that guy. Well, that's not enough, right? That's not enough to arrest a criminal, an organized crime boss. No. You need multiple witnesses, right? You need corroborating evidence. You need some shit on wiretap. You need the boss to give the order. To give the order, like directly, like you're saying, do this, do that. You are organizing this. You are telling your people, yo, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. But you're not necessarily doing it yourself. But because you're giving that order, they will give these people that you're giving the order to lesser sentences or immunity to lock you up, right? Because they feel like, well, you cut the head off the snake, the body dies. Well, in reality, they know that that does not happen, right? No, what they do, you cut off the head of this snake, well, they're going to just raise somebody else up to be boss, right? That's how it works. That's why it's organized crime. It's not going anywhere. And understand, y'all, this is non-government sanctioned organized crime. You see, there's government sanctioned organized crime, right? And then there's non-government sanctioned organized crime. Now, P. Diddy, I don't know what his charges were, but I know if he got hemmed up by the feds and his house was raided months ago, let me tell y'all, long before that, they started building a case against this dude to get enough evidence to get a warrant to search P. Diddy's house. They already had a mountain of evidence to present to a judge for that. Because you're talking about a high-profile celebrity with his own resources, with billions of dollars at his disposal, with which to hire lawyers and all type of shit. So a judge in his right mind isn't just going to give a frivolous warrant, right? No, they're going to have a mountain of evidence. You talking about just some shit that just undeniable. So if the P. Diddy house raid happened months ago, I'm gonna tell y'all, that's where it's really coming down. That's where the hammer's coming down, right? Because by that time, the feds don't care if you know that they got something on you. Because there's nothing that you can do to make the evidence they have look bad, right? If the feds have raided your house, they're sending you a message. Yeah, we coming for you. Especially if they raid your house and then don't arrest you right away. Man, let me tell y'all. And they detained his children, right? They handcuffed his children. Or no, did they? No, I don't know if they handcuffed them. But they detained his children while they were doing the search. If the feds have raided your house, that means, they want you to know they're coming for you, and they want you to sweat, and they want you to be prepared to get that indictment. Yeah, they know it's coming, and this is what they really want. They want you to run. Let me tell y'all, they want you to run, and they want you to use those offshore accounts that they already know you have. They want you to use those offshore accounts. They want you to leave the country. They want you to use those offshore accounts they know you have. So now they know where your money is. But when you go to access it, they know for sure. Let me tell y'all, man, the reason the feds like to build these cases over, and they have the patience to do it. They have all this patience they have all the patience in the world to build a case against somebody like a P. Diddy, like a Al Capone, like John Gotti, all these type of individuals. They have the patience because it's really about the money, the assets that they get to seize from you. Civil asset forfeiture. They're going to lock your accounts up. They're going to freeze you out. You're not going to be able to access it. And they're going to get all that money. So you might have hundreds of millions, 50 million, 20 million, tens of millions to 100 millions of dollars that they are going to say that you were able to obtain due to criminal activity, right? And they just need the suspicion. They don't even need to prove it. They just need the suspicion of crime having contributed to your finances. And they can seize your money. Civil asset forfeiture. You don't even need to be convicted for them to take your money. They just need the suspicion. Right? They just need to suspect it. They can take your money. Right? And by the way, Donald Trump is for civil asset forfeiture, just so y'all know. He's pro civil asset forfeiture, just so y'all know. There was a guy in Vegas. He was driving from California to, I think, Colorado or something like that. He was buying a house. So he pulled out all his cash, tens of thousands, I think $70,000 to $80,000 or something like that. And he had a nice truck. Well, this was his life savings. He took his money out in cash and wanted to go buy some land with his cash in Colorado or somewhere. He got stopped by Vegas PD, right? He got stopped by Vegas PD, and for whatever reason, he allowed them to search his truck. I don't know. Don't ever do that. Don't ever let them do that. Right? If they're not telling you, if they can't articulate a crime that you committed, don't let these people search your car. Say, nope, I'm not going to let you do that. But anyway, they found his cash, and they said, oh, why you got so much cash? You must be committing some crimes or something. So they took his money And they took his fucking truck. They took his money and they took his truck. The dude never got his money back. Never got his money back. You understand? His money got locked up in the court system. I mean, at least I don't think he got his money back. As far as I knew, he had been fighting this for over a year and still hadn't gotten his money back. And this is just a local police department. When you're talking about the feds, they're going to take all of P. Diddy's money. Yeah, they're going to take it. Now, P. Diddy might take a plea deal. He might cop a plea, right? He might get a plea deal. But he's probably going to have to give somebody up. Either he's going to give somebody up, or he's just going to plead guilty to for a lesser charge, but he's going to have to give up his money. He's going to have to, he might have to give up some houses. You know, he might be able to even keep some of his money. But they are going, they have an over 90% conviction rate, the federal government. When the feds take you to court, if you go to trial with the feds, and I'm not even talking about just plea deals, right? I'm not talking about pleas. I'm talking about if it goes to trial, they have I think it's like 94 or 95%. They have a 94 or 95% conviction rate. Because like I told you, they don't just willy-nilly take a motherfucker to court, right? They're gonna have something, right? Because they take their sweet time building the case. And so if you end up going to trial against the feds and you don't take a plea deal, well, you better have, I don't know, you better have the best lawyer in the world or something. Because like I said, 9 times out of 10, more than 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, if the feds take you to trial, it's a wrap. You might as well try to take a plea deal, right? You know what I'm saying? Unless but if it's a RICO case and it involves a bunch of murders and all that type of shit, you're not going to get a plea deal, more than likely. No, your underlings, your underbosses, and your capos and your lieutenants and all them, the associates, the street level motherfuckers, the motherfuckers that pulled the triggers, the motherfuckers that put the cement shoes on Guido, right? They are going to get the plea deals to turn on you, right? You are not going to get a plea deal. If you're the big boss, you're the big guy, they're not interested. Who are you gonna turn in, right? Now, it also depends on the type of organized crime you're involved in, right? There's a lot. There's a lot of things that are involved with this shit. If the feds are involved, if you get caught up with the feds, you might as well try to figure something out. Figure out. Just talk to them. Like, look, what can I do to not go to prison for the rest of my life? And they might have something for you. They might have something for you. Like, if they can't get access to some of your money, right? If there's no way they can get access to your overseas accounts, right? They might give you a lesser sentence to get all your money. They might do that. Or they might put you in a club fed, right? They might put you in a minimum security prison, you know, or something like that, where you can watch TV in your own room and have a water bed and all that silly shit. But trust and believe, if P. Diddy got arrested by the feds, right? Like, meaning he didn't even get an opportunity to turn himself in. They went and got his ass. That means they have something on him so ironclad and solid that, yeah, he's probably going to go away. He's probably more than likely going to go away. That's how it works with the Fed. That's how it works with federal prosecutors and all that type of shit. So now he's going to be dealing with the U.S. Attorney General, right? That's going to be dealing with that office. He's dealing with that. So you know that he is, they got something hot on his ass. They got something hot on him. And again, we don't even know what the charges are. We don't know what it's about. We can speculate. We can guess. You know, we can think, oh, it has to be human trafficking. It has to be all this, that, and the third, you know. But we don't know that. We don't know exactly what he's going in for. And we won't know probably until they set a trial date. They'll probably keep it quiet for a while. But I doubt it. Somebody high profile like P. Diddy, somebody's going to leak something, right? Somebody's going to leak something to the papers. They're going to leak something to all the blogs. And, hell, Tasha K might get information. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like a Tasha K might. So we might know sooner than we think what P. Diddy got arrested for. So, but think about the type of cat P. Diddy is. I'm not going to automatically assume it has anything to do. Well, it might. It definitely might. It might have something to do with sex trafficking. But I told you guys that P. Diddy is known for being about that life. Like, you know, people are afraid of P. Diddy, right? People fear P. Diddy. Very few individuals in the entertainment industry do not fear P. Diddy. One of those people is 50 Cent. But you know, 50 Cent ain't scared of nobody, you know. Or at least he acts like he's not. But a lot of people in the industry fear P. Diddy. Like he is known for being someone who, if he wants something or if you do something to him, he can have you touched. He's one of those cats. Like, it's not no fake gangster type shit. Like, and what's funny is he never actually came off as gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never came off as one of those types of individuals. But he damn sure has the motherfuckers in his corner. Jay with Open Eyes says, biggest game. Hidden Marco was good. Who were you before Hidden Marco? You changed your name? Tanya D says, have a good day. Who cares about Diddy at this point in the game? Well, you know, I care, especially if he got arrested for sex trafficking. If he's involved in child sex trafficking or sex trafficking in general, I care, because I care. I care that we live in a world where these elite motherfuckers are getting away with this shit. And it takes, what does it take for the government to get off their ass and deal with these people? Well, what it takes is you cross them and they want to make an example out of you. That's why I care. I care because, you know, there are people out here that we revere and that we so-called look up to that are harming children. And if P. Diddy is one of them people, and that's why they arrested him, that's why I care. Because I'm tired of them arresting these people, arresting these elite child sexual abusers, these elite, rapists and all that, and nothing coming from it, right? Ghislaine Maxwell, think about this. Ghislaine Maxwell, what's her name's Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend and recruiter. She has a list of names of other people involved with Jeffrey Epstein's ring, but we don't know anything about it. When are we going to hear about these names? When are we going to get this list? Right? When are we going to get this list? P. Diddy mentioned some names in a live stream. Right? He mentioned names in a live stream. But what's going on? Why aren't we hearing about this list of names? Why would we not care about what's going on with Diddy? Why would we not care? Don't we want to know if he's involved? And how unsafe our don't we want to know the extent of danger our children are in? Huh? Don't we want to know that? Don't we want to know? I don't understand. I don't understand why we wouldn't care. Mark T says like Eminem. Johnny Robinson says, if you're reading this, may God bless you and have a great day. But God bless you as well. The best says, are you dingress? I don't know what that means. Hidden Marvel is my entertainment channel. I forgot to switch before I commented. Oh, it's all good. Apathy is a real thing and it's just as bad as anything else. Exactly. Mark T says, snap, I don't know why, but every day there's like 100, 200 trolls watching you every day. They just don't like your voice. Do they keep on talking? I don't know. I don't know. So are the people trying to take Trump's building. I don't know what that means. Tiny D says Kabuki Theater. Keep you hooked on Holly. Weird. Well, see, that's where you're sadly mistaken. I understand this is Kabuki Theater. And I'm not enthralled by Holly Weird. I didn't mention Holly Weird at all, talking about PD. I'm talking about if he got arrested by the federal government, then they have something on him that he's likely not going to be able to get out of. And I want to know what he got arrested for, and if it has anything to do with child sex trafficking. That's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the elite class being a danger to our children. That's what I'm concerned about. But you can believe what you want. I don't know, Marcy T. I don't know what's going on here. I have no idea. No clue. Some weird shit. But anyway, I got to get up in this. I got to get up in the office in the trailer and get to work. But anyway, y'all stay up, man, and hopefully we hear some information about this P. Diddy situation and understand why he's being arrested, and see if it has anything to do with trafficking. And if it does, I want to start hearing some names. I want to start exposing these people, right? What do you have to lose? You're being arrested for it, and you know you're going away for a long time. Why not tell us who these people are? I believe the show must go on, but I also believe that these are doing what they say they're doing. Yeah. They do this to Autumn too. I'll get on there and there's 100 people just cutting us down. Yeah, they probably are March T gang stalking, but I ain't worried about it. Anyway, much love, like, share, subscribe, or don't. It is what it is. And we're going to keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.